Howdy folks, Kirk and Jay here with Kirk Giordano Plastering. Today, we want to show you how we do this patchwork. In the description of this video, you'll see how we lath this and why, if you're interested in it. They had some problems with the windows, a lot of problems, so we solved that. Anyhow, on that video it was cold and this one is hot. What we're going to do is we're going to spread Ecoplast. It is a silica and lye-free plaster. What does that mean? That means that if I'm not wearing gloves and it gets on my hands won't burn. That means that if it gets all over my clothes, they won't disintegrate. And why am I using it? Because I can. I like it. It's a great product. It's like, you see that? That's it sticks well. It's like whipping cream, guys. It's beautiful stuff. I'll show you how. And they're going to replace this roof anyway, guys. So anybody watching, say, hey, Kirk, you got stuff on the roof. Don't worry about it. It's going to be replaced. That's a lot of mud. It's pretty sticky stuff. Anyway, so what we're doing here is we are filling out this coat here. And how thick are we going? We are going 1.5 inches. And you might say, well, gee, isn't stucco 7/8 inch? Yes, it is. However, the stucco here, they had it, I guess, 80, 90 years ago when the house was built. And then somebody came along and said, hey, let's put another finish over that. So they, no doubt, pressure washed it and put another finish. This is what this is. That's another finish. It's a brown coat as well as a color coat. So we have to build out to that. And this particular stuff here, you can build out pretty thick. And I like it because it goes on pretty simple. It matches almost all finishes. We can do a steel chop finish. We can do almost any finish. We are simply going to match this finish here. And by the way, guys, with Kemset, if you're using it, it's kind of like Structolite. Only plasters would probably know what the heck that means. But Structolite is gluey, and Structolite is used for, say, insides, hospitals, schools, police stations, racquetball courts, anywhere where they want extra fireproof ratios or soundproof ratios. This stuff is great for that. And the fact that it's lightweight, come on now, you can't beat that. That just makes it so, you might look at this and say, wow, that guy's using an extra size hawk, he must be strong. I'm not strong, guys, I'm about as strong as the next plaster. But I can put a lot of mud on here because it doesn't weigh anything. It's like hollow. It's glass beads in this. Instead of sand, which creates the extra weight, this is glass beads. And because of the fact that it does not contain lye, that's the stuff that burns your skin. If it gets on this frame, what happens? Nothing. I just wipe it off. You won't see me get like this with regular stucco because that will burn. I saw it with my hod carriers that I sometimes use. And he says, man, I'd like to see that product because he hasn't worked with us on this. Jay and me and Lou are usually doing this. You guys might have seen my brother Lou in another video. But we're usually working with this. Anyway, the hod carrier was telling me, I got just a little bit on my elbow right here. I had to go to the hospital. They removed the poison because he was scabbing up and jacking up. Anyway, he wasn't happy. He was suffering. Welcome to plastering, guys. We don't usually talk about that stuff because it's ugly. We try to keep it positive and tell you about the beauty of plastering, not get negative about side effects of getting this stuff all over your skin. This, again, it doesn't matter if it gets all over my skin, because I'm used to being dirty. Do I like it? Not really, but I'm used to it. That's the trade I chose. I've been doing this for about 40 years. So in other words, I'm no spring chicken. And if I'm no spring chicken, do I want to lift heavy stucco? Give me a break. No, no, no. I do not want to carry heavy stucco that's mixed with sand. Can I? Well, I've been doing it for 40 years. Yeah, I can still do it. But anyway, getting back to this material, I'm showing you how easy it is. And it's not sold everywhere. In fact, if anybody's interested, this can be used inside or exterior. What I'll do is I'll leave the fellas information of who to call if you're interested in it, because it's not sold at our material yard that we buy our stuff. Yeah, generally we go to West Side Building Supply. It's a professional plastering yard, and we get our cement, but they don't have it there. I just call direct and say, hey, send it to my house. For me, they say, okay, we're contractors. I don't know if they'll do that for homeowners, but anyway, so much for that. So what we're doing again, guys, is I'm putting a fat coat on here, 1.5 inches. When we get to the stage of finishing it, this got to set a while. When it gets to that stage of finishing it, we're doing a lot of different things on this job. Every job we go to, we're doing all kinds of different things, not just one. Okay, guys, we are done with all we're gonna do here. We got 10 windows on this house, so we gotta get busy. Anyway, the transition around here. Now, this particular material is supposed to go 1 inch thick. What happens if you go 1.5 inches without allowing the first coat to dry? You get a little sag like that, but in a half hour, that can be just floated in. I'll show you something, guys. Okay, if I want to make this very smooth, I take a trowel like this and I make it smooth. Now this, you got to keep your tools wet, guys, because this is very similar to Structolite interior. It's gluey, so if your tools are dry, it's not going to work. If I want to make it twice as heavy as this, I just add the water. How? Let's see. Kirk's the best. All right, guys, that's how wet this is. That's 1.5 inches thick. Now, I'm just trying to prove a point there, guys. You could still trowel it and get that out of there. Come on now, you don't want to break the pack. And Jay he came up with an idea. He says, hey, Dad, let's do like one of those Where's Waldo things. Who out there watching what we do can tell we did the paper and wire and this coat all in the same day? Because we can. There's a little trick question. If you watch the video, sometimes guys are so sharp that pick out things. I thought, man, I didn't even see that, and I'm doing the job. Anyhow, this is Ecoplast. We thank you folks for watching, and as usual, we'll see you guys on the next one.
All right, folks, we've reached the end of another video. As always, we thank you for watching. If you enjoy what we're putting out for you guys, please like and subscribe to keep supporting us. And as usual, from the entire Giordano family, we'll see you on the next one.